This is the biggest story unfolding before their eyes.
Surrounded by friggin' UFOs.
Of a UFO battle in orbit around Earth.
I believe that's 504, please.
Welcome back to Aussie UFO News, and today I have a strange UAP sighting that I actually filmed myself with a couple other witnesses that sighted this insane event just up the south coast, about an hour north of Sydney Airport. This insane sighting that I cannot explain happened before my eyes. It was the 1st of the 6th, 2025, around 7 p.m. when off my balcony I noticed this extremely large light and then these other smaller helicopter looking lights kind of interacting with it. After about 20 minutes of looking at this thing, we had to drive up the coast to this area called the Seacliffbridge to view what the hell was going on at that location. As we got there, we actually drove past the Seacliffbridge to Bald Hill, which is a lookout over the ocean, where there was only one of these objects and it looked like some sort of strange plane interacting with a ship at sea, but we couldn't really see much. So we drove back down to the Seacliffbridge, and that's when it all happened. So I jumped out my car and pulled out my camera, but this phone I have is about 6 years old and the camera at night time is terrible. So what I do is I get the camera setting, I screen record the camera setting, which captures a clearer image at night time through my camera lens of my iPhone X. So basically, these objects out at sea were orange orbs that were the size of at least a car, illuminating in and out, and also some of the objects looked more like helicopters with white and red tips on them, but then they could illuminate into this orange orb-like phenomena, sitting out at sea, flying in over the mountain, going back out to sea. It was truly incredible to watch. You can see that these objects were interacting with each other out at sea, and you can see below there is a ship, but the light is completely different to these larger orb-like objects. Now, as I get through this footage, you can see that one of the orbs shoots up and it sits above Bald Hill Lookout, where there were around 20 to 30 people, and it illuminates above them. It sits there for about 5 minutes. You got to remember, these things had no sound or no visible signs of propulsion. There was no sound whatsoever. When I hear a helicopter around my house, I can hear it if no matter whether it's out at sea, way up in the clouds, thousands of meters away from me, I can hear it echoing through the sky. These objects, nothing. Now, the sighting gets even crazier because just as we're about to go, no word of a lie, this object that was only about 200 meters above us literally shot up from the mountain from westwards out to sea, and it was completely silent, and it literally looked just like these New Jersey drone sightings where this object looked like the size of a car but had no helicopter tail on it, with absolutely zero sound. It had these strange white lights on it, about 6 of them running down it, and it's hard to describe it, but I'm going to try and find an image of one of the New Jersey drones that looks very similar to it. It had a triangular tail on it, which looks very similar to this object that I just found on Google Images of the New Jersey drone sightings. It then shot out to sea with no sound whatsoever and joined up basically in the same location where these other strange orange orbs were hovering and then flying north down the coast. Another strange phenomenon that was happening that night that I didn't even know about until I was about to leave, and I just seen it in the corner of my eye, was there was an aurora on that night as well, and I caught one of the objects flying north down the coast, going through the red aurora, which looked absolutely amazing. And it's just a weird coincidence that there's an aurora on this night. There was also reported in the media a meteor that supposedly flew through the sky, and there was all videos of it. And that's probably what many people covered this sighting up as. But as you can see by the videos, these are no meteors. These things are hovering, moving erratically, interacting together, and if they were helicopters, if they got that close, they would literally blow up because they'd hit each other. These things were completely unnatural to anything I've seen that is man-made aircraft in the sky. I definitely think these objects conveyed all 5 observables of UAP. Just to mention, one of the witnesses that witnessed this sighting didn't believe in UAP, and they can't explain what they seen, which was the UAP that flew over our heads. On top of that, I'm going to play the whole piece of footage now for you to watch, spliced up to the best parts. Then it's up for you to decide what you think these objects were that you just seen in this footage, and what you think this phenomenon was. Was it UAP? Was it military? Was it human drones? Or was it helicopters? And thank you everyone for watching. Also check out my Instagram. I've been posting a lot of non-UFO news, but I just think it needs to be shared also. But give us a follow on Instagram, and and also share our video around.